Guys, please listen. I'm gonna make a quick apology. Well, I actually don't want to make an apology because so far in this month, in this whole week, there's more this month, I made so many videos on DogPack, like at least 3, 4, I'm not sure, like, just completely rehashing, every single fuck up he's done. And I feel bad because, I made fun of him for, keep repeating the story of Mr. Beast, what he did wrong as a criminal. And, in reality, I'm doing the same shit, but with him. However, I will say now, with this recent drama that I'm gonna cover right now, I don't feel bad because time and time again he's shown he's by far the dumbest person and the worst candidate for, spreading the story or exposing Mr. Beast. Because this new video of Rosanna, it came out about 3 days ago, saying that Mr. Beast knew about Chris Tyson, how freaky she was. That video completely blew over. It just got shit on by everyone, which I believe is the biggest, backlash he's gotten from this whole Mr. Beast drama. And to be fair, it's deserved. Like that video she made was really bad. And I'll start off by saying that, I actually made a video reacting to it about 2 days ago, but I took it down because there's one part where Rosanna and DogPack, that guy, they literally show what they believe, very, very strongly believe to be CP. And they use that as a point against Chris Tyson being like, oh, Mr. Beast has a group chat, where they talk about work, very professional. But in reality, they're showing child porn on there. They're using that as a point against, Mr. Beast. But then I realized, the next day I woke up, from my sleeping, and I checked on Twitter. People were giving backlash to Rosanna because the whole irony of, criticizing someone for sharing alleged CP, when in reality, they're spreading it on their own video that has 1 million views. And then I realized, oh shit, I was doing the similar thing because in my video I showed a quick second of it on my video, and I even zoom in on the thumbnail showing with the picture that he believed to be CP. So then I realized, wait, if I'm gonna criticize, if I'm gonna point out the irony, I'm gonna look like a hypocrite. So I took down my video. But now really looking back, they really fucked up massively by having that picture on there. Which in reality, if they want to make a strong point of Chris Tyson sharing porn, CP, on the group chat, they could probably avoided that picture because it wasn't necessary to show in the video. I guess if they wanted to actually prove it, they would have a link to an archive of the group chat in the bio. But it's showing the video with very little warning, and, very, huge and massive, then yeah, that's a huge fuck up. And it makes you look like a huge hypocrite when you're making fun of or criticizing Mr. Beast for having on a group chat. And they were really digging into it, being like, oh my god, that's so disgusting, why would they show that? The only charity I can give to them, or to DogPack, because if you watch the video like I did, it's very clear that DogPack was the one with the research that came to Rosanna and put in her video. So he was the detective, and she was the one platforming him. And in that segment of the video, he says, now I believe this picture to be, by the way, the person in the picture was Ivanka Trump, the son of the president, potential president, I'm not sure. But in that video he says, this could be allegedly a picture of a 13-year-old girl, and that's very fucked up. And he says alleged, but in past that video, later on, he just calls it child porn very directly, not even being somewhat unsure, just believing 100% it's CP. Well now, after the whole backlash of people being like, why the fuck would you share that on a video with so many views, the huge irony, he's been doing a huge coping session on Twitter on his own profile, being like, guys, listen, I didn't really show child porn, that doesn't count, it's very censored, and the original picture I have is completely gone off my computer. I don't have it. But even then people were like, that still makes no sense. If you really did believe, he does say, allegedly, she might be 13 in the picture, but people were like, if you really did believe it was 13, she was in the picture, then why the fuck would you still show in a video when it's really like that unnecessary? And that really is a fair point to make against him, because from every side, he's, committing a crime by himself. He owns it, which, is possession. He puts in the video, producing it, producing CP to some degree, and then you put in a video that gets nearly 1 million views, then that's sharing with people, no matter how censored it is. I mean, if you really want to show it, you could probably put a huge, black box over it, which would, still not show the image. But if you want to go to that extent, that'll probably be the best option. But again, the worst part, apart from, they just showed it, was in the thumbnail. You can very clearly see the picture right there on the front screen. And again, they put a tiny Gaussian blur on it, so when you zoomed in, you were like, it is censored. But on a thumbnail, believe it or not, on a thumbnail, when it's, compressed and made tiny, from a distance, like on a computer screen, it looks like an actual, image of, CP of and even the thumbnail says, underneath it with a text message, that they photoshopped to say Chris. It says he's only 13, that whole meme. Just make you look much worse. And I'm gonna be honest, it's really satisfying seeing DogPack being torn apart. Is it by a dog? Because before he mentioned as well how apart from showing the video, he took time to find the original picture by image reverse image search, which at that point very clearly shows that you had the image download and kept on your computer. I mean, sometimes you use a couple of how just copy and paste, but honestly, I don't really believe that. I think he's trying to walk it back, but in reality, he had that picture, and again, he saw nothing wrong with it, because for trying to take down a huge enemy like Mr. Beast, he can show CP on a video that gets massive and seen by everyone. The only part that's really funny, because he's trying to make it as a point to defend himself, but did nothing in reality, and only makes him look much worse, is that it was found out after the video that Ivanka Trump in that picture, which was from a magazine, she was actually 18, not 13, as DogPack allegedly believed. Even though in reality, I mean, people always say oh, I only alleged, but in actual evidence, that they show in the video, they very heavily imply that it's a fact that they're underage. But it was very clear, it was so easily proven, with a bit of research, that Ivanka Trump in that picture was just 18, not a fucking child. So there you go again. Putting out a video, or working with Rosanna to put out a video with very, false information to slander someone. And it's not that surprising because, DogPack, he never does any research. It was the same deal with James Warren. Just finding a breadcrumb of information and just running with it, not checking it at all. But it's made even worse, or from my part, even funnier, when you realize that DogPack, he went to the fucking FBI to report the Mr. Beast company to them for sharing CP, child porn, on the fucking work group chat. Which now, that's insane for, in hindsight, because, he barely knew that, she was actually 18 in the picture. But going to that far to, tear down a company, or, just slander them, that's even more insane. I mean, looking back, I feel like any FBI agent that, had that case was like, okay, do we know for sure? And he probably did 5 minutes of research and was like, no, she's not 13, it's not child porn, a huge waste of time. I feel like it's probably not a crime by itself, but taking a case that big to, about a company to the FBI, that would make the FBI be like, okay, just don't waste our fucking time, just piss off. I'm not sure actually if it was DogPack or Rosanna that went to the FBI, but either way, now during the backlash, both of them are using the defense that, oh, she's 18, so therefore we're safe because we didn't really show pictures of CP. But again, if you believe in the assumption that you're sharing a picture of someone that's 13 and you censor it, but you have no issue with that, then yeah, you're that's a huge fuck up on your behalf. And it's the reason why I deleted my video, because I felt so bad and I realized these people are so dumb for doing this, while also trying to shame, Mr. Beast and criticize him, being like, oh my god, that's so fucked up, how dare they, that's immoral. And talking about Rosanna, yeah, but I also have to cover her as well. I don't think this is as bad as DogPack, because from every video I've seen with them working as a collab, it's very clear that DogPack, he does the research, and then like I said, Rosanna, she puts out the video on her channel to make it more popular. I don't know why she does it, because it's very clear that DogPack is all for research, but I guess he enjoys working with him. But either way, like, I still believe that she's at fault, because when you make like a 20-minute long video showing you, like, you know, with a lot of time in between to, you know, like think back and be like, wait a second, should I really show a picture of child porn, or what I believe to be child porn, out in a video? And if you have that sword and still think it's okay, then yeah, you're completely at fault. The biggest offense she made by herself, like, you know, with no influence from DogPack, you know, was that it was actually proven on Twitter that work group chat she was heavily, you know, slandering on, you know, making it seem like, oh, it's not professional at all. They're just showing, you know, the general porn or whatever. It turns out that in reality, when it was made, it was intended to be like a meme chat where people could make jokes, but then later on, like around July of 2021, it was then changed to be a work group chat, like, you know, no bad jokes, nothing, you know, nothing degenerate, only focus on work. And I don't really mind about that, because if people are using group chat, either for work or, you know, for memes, yeah, as long as they're friends, you know, it's nothing that's too uncomfortable, I don't give a shit. But considering that Rosanna and DogPack showed messages that were before July 2021, you know, like before it was, when it was still, you know, considered like a meme chat, and showing pictures of, you know, very bad jokes, but then twisting the story being like, oh my god, right now at this time, it's a work group chat. And it's just so awful. Like, they're just both lying clearly for the sake of making like a bigger story of showing like how people in Mr. Beast, like the whole company, it's just so degenerate and fucked up. Like, you know, like they're all like Chris Tyson, definitely. And, you know, like I said, I don't really give a shit about that part. Well, I don't give a shit about the work group chat, because, you know, if people send memes, I don't care that much. But, you know, the fact that you fucked up that part of the story so massively, when it was like, you know, a very huge mistake to make, then yeah, you're dumb. But then the second offense she made was that she doubled down that when someone, you know, like put out a clip showing like the group chat change to be like more professional, she was like, actually, you know, the screenshot I showed in my video, you know, it still shows that it was a work group chat. It was still professional. And she doesn't show like any, you know, hardcore proof that it was a, you know, like an actual name to like a work group chat. She just shows a couple of messages of people talking about work, and that's it. And that somehow, you know, qualifies as a work group chat. So, you know, just like saving herself, you know. So she never fucked up a story. Definitely not. I really want to show like the screen recording of when it was changed to be professional, because, you know, like this video was from like Nicholas DiOrio. I'm not sure where he got it from, but it does show so clearly that originally it was like a normal one, like, you know, with friends making jokes. It was then changed, but the way that Rosanna and DogPack as well, you know, making the video together, was that, you know, they're making it seem like all the time, ever since it was made, it was always a work group chat, and they're being so NSFW on it. And it's funny as well, because like when it was made to be a work group chat, it just died instantly. Like, there are some messages of people being like, okay, no more memes on this group chat, only work. But after that, yeah, you know, just completely, you know, just dead quiet. But again, the way that Rosanna's making it seem, you know, it was always a group chat, I really think, you know, like there's no way that you can there's no way you can make that mistake. It just shows that she's being very, you know, malicious, trying to twist the story any possible way to make Mr. Beast and the company look as bad as possible. I think it was after this video by Drama Alert showing it again, you know, like how it was a work group chat and people clearly referenced that before in the past, you know, it was showing memes, but now they're committed to making like a work group chat, like very clearly. And talking about Drama Alert, it's actually insane. I've seen like no big channels on, you know, on YouTube where you would expect to be. That like I see nobody big covering this. And even on Drama Alert, they made like a tweet which, you know, I like Drama Alert by itself on Twitter is very, you know, like actual slop content. But they made a pretty good tweet, you know, calling out DogPack and all the mistakes he's done in just 1 week. So here you go, I found it. Right. wrongly insinuated that lingerie stackers were getting pulled. I think he probably made that. I wouldn't find that surprising. Failed to research an anime to make Mr. Beast seem like a creep. That is true. Like, like he made it seem like an anime was very, gropey, very dirty, because, it was more like a romance, sort of. Failed to verify an age. Yeah, if I could Trump, like so lazy. Try using what they saw was censored CP to promote a video in a thumbnail, yeah. Failed to go to the FBI before making a video. Comes to being contested on this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like they went after. So, either way. But like, again, like, barely researching to make sure that it's an actual illegal case you take to the FBI. Wrongly reported Mr. Beast's company for a crime to the FBI. That's well again. And it's so insane, like all of this stuff in just a week. If any other person, that was, going against someone else that wasn't Mr. Beast, that's, that has like such a huge hate mob, if it was anyone else, they would get like way more shit than right now for this kind of stuff. Because all of these, they're like huge fuck ups. But then I checked the replies on this post. The first one, he may be a fool, but this doesn't make Mr. Beast a good guy again. Like what? How do you read this post and be like, oh, it's so clearly biased to Mr. Beast, Keemstar, Mr. Beast, they're close friends. He's being biased. This is bullshit. Like, no, when you see the stuff, it's showing, very clearly, this guy, DogPack, don't listen to him. He's a fucking idiot. I mean, I might be wrong, but so far, the biggest person I've seen, talk about DogPack and Rosanna, about, how horribly they're pushing this case, this story, it's just Keemstar. And that's so insane. If Keemstar is the biggest spokesperson, to be covering like, these two idiots, then that's just, insane. Big people, like most critical, I mean, he's a bad example because he stopped doing drama, but actually, huge commentary channels should be talking about this, because these two people that, are like the figureheads for this whole drama, they're doing an awful job at this. They're putting a video that's, clearly bullshit, showing child porn on there, reporting to the FBI and being wrong about it, which is, so fucking blind to that kind of stuff. I really don't get why, because, like, is it really that risky to, like, defend Mr. Beast? I mean, it's not defending Mr. Beast because, I guess, like, nowadays, people like play team sports. If you go against DogPack and Rosanna, that means automatically you're defending Mr. Beast. And, it doesn't mean it's true. You can still believe that Mr. Beast fucked up in some areas, like, having criticized him for so long, having dealt with the company. But you can also believe that DogPack is a moron and, covering the worst possible evidence, like, alleged CP, which isn't even CP, and showing it to everyone, believing that it's a child. And that's only covering the internet side. On a legal basis, he's gonna get sued so bad. I mean, like, I originally believed that, back when he made part 3, DogPack, that video was the biggest bait to get like a huge lawsuit just to fuck him in the ass. But now this as well, alleging a company of having CP in the work group chat, then you're begging you to get sued with like $10 million by Mr. Beast. I'm not defending Mr. Beast, but I feel like on this situation, yeah, a company has every right to sue this person for just slandering them with the biggest shit ever, And I promise you, within a year, when DogPack gets sued, which I'm 80% sure will happen, every big channel will be like, oh my god, turns out that DogPack, he wasn't really the best guy, to be spreading the story, to like give out evidence. They're trying to cover, like, give a quick summary of what he did wrong, but in reality, it's much worse than, than what they're describing. But yeah, in closing, I really hope that this is the last video I make on DogPack. More so in a sense because, I'm sick of talking about him, like he's so annoying, but also because I really hope people realize, like how big of a piece of shit he is and stop, like, giving him views, giving him attention, and he just falls off. If another person like takes his place, like a much smarter person, then yeah, that's fine. But if DogPack stays on his throne as the Mr. Beast killer, then that's just mind blowing to me. Like how can you listen to him anymore? Just putting this awful shit on putting this awful shit in videos and being like a complete moron every single time.